the founder and the CEO of the company Empower New Energy. We invest in solar solution for commercial and industrial users across Africa. So you could say it's very much still an entrepreneurial role, building up still a quite young organization, engaging with the team, with the partners and the clients. But more and more is also a leadership role, because we are now recruiting and preparing for scaling the organization to be able to reach out to and make even many more investments across Africa. I'm glad you asked that, because I was actually in a completely other sector of the society. I was managing a publication and a think tank, and became more and more involved, engaged in the climate debate. So I asked myself, how could I contribute to this? And I was then so lucky to be able to meet the founder of Scatec. So I was one of the first employees of Scatec that joined the Scatec Solar in end of 2008. And with a mandate actually to see whether there was a room for solar solutions outside Europe, because at that time it was only in Germany and a few other countries where that Scatec was active. And then I had the very interesting experience of traveling to South Africa, where people believed the solar was far too expensive. But we started then the work that led to of course, that led to the big solar renewable program in South Africa, and the company that I worked for, Scatec, in 8 years, was very successful as part of that program. When I first discovered when we opened the first big plant in South Africa, a solar plant in Kalpo, there was a big event where we involved the local community to come and see and discuss and also look at how this would impact the communities. And this was a community that was mainly up to now dependent on coal mining. And I will never forget this enthusiasm and the optimism that it created, especially among the young in that community in South Africa, when they saw the possibilities of that the solar revolution would create also in their region. And the second thing I'm come to think about is when we had when we opened our first solar plant in Ghana together with a local partner, Stella Futura, and we saw that this installation, which was built completely without international support, only qualified Ghanaian resources, and it was just to see how proud they were, and to see also the employees, how engaged they were in actually seeing their own job play, their own company being a leader in this area. And also then, of course, the manager, when they see the savings. Those are the kind of things you never forget. Oh, that's an important question. Thank you for that. You know, I'm hoping for and working for is that Africa and the governments, utilities, stakeholders, that they would embrace this decentralized solar energy revolution. Because if you think about it, Africa has more than 40% of the world's total solar resources, but only 1% of the world's solar panels. And now we see that there's a huge interest among companies, communities, pioneers in various areas. And what we need is a much more forthcoming and embracing approach from the governments to say that this is a part of our future. We should not be afraid. Let's make this a revolution happen and let companies, communities invest and get their solar energy without any barriers, as we unfortunately meet too many of today. If you see what's happening now is that the energy markets worldwide are in turmoil, and we see now that there's a lack of coal, lack of oil, lack of gas, which is driving the prices up. And this is just the beginning, because we know that in the years to come, the energy consumption is going to increase significantly, not least in Africa. So what I see as the biggest change is that investing in solar is going to change from being something nice to do or good to have or good for them, but it's going to be something you must do to actually save the competitiveness of your economies and the countries, because the rising cost of fossil fuel are killing companies, are killing jobs, and more and more I think governments, utilities, and at least the energy users are going to discover that they need to rush into the solar area to actually save their competitiveness.